Hi, my name's Lindy Cowling. Welcome to the channel. My website is www.lindycowling.co.uk, email info@lindycowling.co.uk, and the title of the video today is Meeting Other Soul Aspects or Meeting Other Soul Fractals. So for the purposes of this video, I don't mean meeting other soul aspects or fractals that are aspects of you as a soul and you, another fractal of you. In this particular video, I'm referring to meeting other soul aspects or fractals that are people that you have met before in your life, and then you meet another aspect of that same person, another aspect of them as a soul through the vehicle of another human being. Now, this is very interesting to me because, as you know, this is an experiential humanitarian channel, and everything I share I have experienced personally and or professionally, usually both. So this was really interesting to me because in the last couple of months I have witnessed and seen up close and personal meeting or having temporarily or for a purpose of time people come into my life that are fractals or other aspects of an original soul that I have or already know in my life in one respect, and another one is a fractal or aspect of a soul that I have only met etherically, that works with me and a friend of mine actually doing energy work from the other side, the other dimension. So this to me is fascinating because I know, and I've learned as I'm going along that anything and everything is possible. And really, there's so much we don't know, and we're learning all the time about the parameters of what is and isn't possible. And you could say to me, what would be the purpose of someone that you have already known, or someone that you still currently know, or maybe they're not in your life anymore, an aspect of their soul coming through another personality, another person, but it's actually another fractal of them, another aspect of them, popping into your life, temporarily or long term. And there's a number of reasons for this. Just like we meet any soul family or any soulmates or any aspect of soul at any time in our life, often it's at those junctures where we need that little bit more mojo, that bit of oomph, that little bit of support that maybe we're not getting in our physical lives. Maybe that little glimmer of hope, that Harry Potter moment that anything is possible. Sometimes they are there on a practical note, in a practical way, because they are there to help us in that way or to participate in a physical way in our lives. But sometimes, and just as often, it's a metaphysical reminder that you're in sync, that you're in the flow, that these things are possible. They come in the guise of reassurance, to almost like I call them intersection points or nodes, crossover points in your timelines or in our timelines, where sometimes there is a need to ensure that we turn right instead of turning left, or that, again, we need that little bit of extra oomph or that bit of mojo, that little bit of a push to make sure we are going where we're supposed to go or for our higher outcome. Sometimes it's to expand our horizons. Sometimes it's almost like angelic, like that little glimmer of hope where you felt that there was none. Sometimes it's for a bigger purpose than that. It's because there might be more to come, and don't immediately jump onto that bandwagon and think, oh my God, another aspect of a soul I once knew or I do know suddenly come in my life. That must be, I'm supposed to have a relationship with them or something like that. And of course, it may be nothing like that at all. It might be just for the reasons I've said, that you need an energetic shove, some energetic support, some light at the end of the tunnel, a little ray of hope, all of those kind of things. Sometimes it might be they're practically in your life. Maybe they'll be in and out, like a jet kind of thing, in, bush, out again. Once they've, that kind of, like, it's been noticed, that you've noticed it, and you feel that upliftment, or you feel that little nudge forward. So it's been interesting for me because I've encountered that in the last few weeks, which has been really interesting, fascinating actually, because the physical reminder of a soul, actually, soul family that I used to know many years ago, was uncanny. I mean, sometimes these soul fractals and soul aspects don't have to look anything like the original soul aspect that you met or have interacted with, but sometimes they do. So don't take that as, oh, they've got to look like them or anything like that. Sometimes they don't look like them at all. But this particular one, it was uncanny, uncannily alike. I mean, in everything, mannerisms, looks, voice, everything really. It was really extraordinary. I actually said to them, my goodness, you're like a doppelganger for somebody that I used to know. But anyway, that was fascinating. And the weird thing was, before that happened, on that particular day, I had tons of woo-woo synchronicity going on. I mean, I was driving my car. I thought, oh, here we go again. There's the 11:11 thing everywhere. And two swans went very, very low over the top of my car as I was going along, and then I was sitting in my car at this junction, and there was this big, like, lion thing that had been, actually it was graffiti really, but it had been painted on this sign that I was next to in my car. It wasn't there the day before, and that caught my attention, being a Leo and lion energy and lion beings, that I work with sometimes as well, which I thought something's going on here. And I just felt really different all day. And it should have been a day that I didn't, I say should have been, it would have been a day that logically you'd have expected me not to be feeling any of those things. And I can't go into the details of why that is. But should have been a day really, or you would have expected, I should say, it'd be a day where I've been quite stressed, and actually it was weirdly the other extreme. So this was amazing, and it gave me that light in a day which could have been a day of darkness. It wasn't like that at all, and that little flicker of hope there, which was amazing. So that was a learning curve. Then I just a few weeks after that, I did some very strong energetic work on myself and with a friend of mine. Again, I'm not going to go into the details of that, but it was significant. It was a very significant thing. And an energetic component connected, I could almost say a soul fractal or soul aspect, connected with that friend of mine that has rocked up before, actually, when occasion is called for, rocked up again. So this was etherically working with them from the other dimensions, assisting with that work, which was extraordinary. And also, just to take it a stage further, the following week to that, someone in the physical, the same name and very similar looks to the one etherically, with the exact same name physically, also I passed junctions with in this life. So it's just like a Harry Potter moment, really. I just look at it with incredulous, and just smile to myself and think, well, you get to a stage where you know anything and everything's possible. And I'm not, you notice my reaction here, I'm not reacting like, oh my God, this means it's blah, blah, I'm going to leap into a relationship, or anything like that. That's not what's being indicated here. I personally feel it was to make sure I stay on a certain path, wire back into my higher self, keep the faith. That's like I did in the last video, we gotta have faith. We gotta have faith. I did that in the last video. I can't resist it. George Michael, bless you, darling. It's almost like keep the faith, keep on the path, keep on that, believing that it's okay. again, just these signs come in and they're like little nudges along. They come in at that time. You could almost say it's a little bit angelic-y, really, you know, like, and it kind of boosts them, it boosts you. It's never a one-way street. It makes a difference to both parties. It's never just all about, you know, just all about you. It helps them, you know, keeps them on the straight and narrow, expands their horizons. They're a little bit changed by that meeting with you. You know, it might even just be subtly, but it's interesting. And I call them nodes or intersection points. So nodes and intersection points where you can go left or you can go right, but also these little intersection points where people or events or scenarios come in just to make sure you keep the faith. I'm not going to do it again. Keep the faith. Well, I might do it again. On that note, short and sweet, because the last one I did, which I've recorded on the same day, was about 40 minutes. So I've been on camera about an hour. So on that note, I will love you and leave you. I am going to bring another one out probably within the next week. I already know what that's going to be. I'm just going to get some more input before I bring that out, so to speak. So I know what I'm focusing. It's going to be slightly different, that one again. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting me in all the ways that you do and contributing in all the way that you do. Cannot hardly believe we're into December. Wowee. 2017, a year that sucked for most of us. I mean, certainly a year of transformation. A lot of us said 2017 really sucked, and we thought 2016 sucked. Maybe sucked in a different way, but hey, transformation, what can you say? I'll love you and leave you, guys. Thanks for watching. See you again soon, and look after yourselves doing your Christmas shopping. Bye.